And what is it that you like best about Tulsa?
I like the bike trails. I think that was well, certainly a better use of taxpayer money than Vision 2.
Well, obviously you're against Vision 2. And let's take Proposition 1. What's your problem with Proposition 1?
Well, taking in both Proposition 1 and Proposition 2, it's a 17-year tax increase. And in terms of county commissioners, in terms of mayors, their terms don't even last that long. They're relaying the expense or the obligation to pay to future politicians and not making it their own obligation to finish their own job within their term. But my main problem with Proposition 1 is probably it would probably be the fact that it's $92 million in interest. The 20% of the $387 million comes out to $92 million. That's how much interest you pay, just on interest. And on top of that, it's just for the purpose of basically picking winners and losers. It negates the purpose. Well, what I think is the proper role of city government. City government shouldn't be picking winners and losers. It should be fostering an environment for all businesses to thrive in their city. And when you just throw a bunch of money at, well, one or two businesses, one of which is bankrupt, the main one, American Airlines, they're bankrupt. We're not doing them any good because we're just fostering a dependency on this. They're just going to keep coming back for more, and on top of that, we're ruining competition. So there's no good side to Proposition 1. Proposition 2 is basically just tacked on there so that people will vote for it. But even Proposition 2 has its own problems. It's incredibly vague in the sense that they put in the projects, or they took proposals from the people, and there's no obligation for them to adhere to those proposals. They could back out on them any time. There's no obligation in the bill or in the proposition that says that they would have to go along with what they said that they would go along with. So they can just end up spending that money on their buddies or whatever else, whatever they care for. So I think it's just a little too rushed, the whole thing. There's no reason to rush it through. If we really want these things, we can do it at the city level instead of the county level. I know that Tulsa is shorted about $132 million, and they give out $532 million, but they only get back $400 for the city, and so a bunch of cities are getting ripped off. There's no good side of this whole thing.
And if you were a county commissioner, what would you have done differently?
Well, I probably wouldn't have pooled so much money for one business from all the cities. I would have instead. I probably would have spent that money either in not tax increases, but in tax breaks to bring businesses to Tulsa, if that really is the goal, or probably just fixing our roads, fixing things that would bring businesses to the city instead of just trying to have one business stay here.
Great, thank you.